The Vanishing Stations, Britain's secret underground network. They say London never sleeps. But beneath the surface, under the concrete, the steel, and the endless hum of trains, there's a silence so deep that even the air seems to hold its breath. Welcome to another Cherrywood Conspiracy File, a journey into one of Britain's most elusive secrets. For decades, whispers have circulated about tunnels that aren't on any map, platforms with no passages, trains that run with no destination displayed. They call them ghost stations, but what if some of them were never abandoned at all? Aldwych, Down Street, Brompton Road. Most Londoners recognise these as disused tube stations, relics of the past, occasionally reopened for film crews and nostalgic tours. But hidden within declassified files from the National Archives are references to something that goes far beyond forgotten platforms, a Cold War project known only as Operation Sandringham. Officially, it was described as a transport continuity plan, a way to move essential personnel safely during a national emergency. But buried deep in the small print are mentions of non-civilian transit tunnels, constructed beneath the city, their funding disguised within unrelated ministry budgets. And that's where the story begins. In 1952, Britain detonated its first atomic bomb. The fear of annihilation shaped every level of government planning. Cabinet papers spoke of mobility and continuity of governance, code phrases for survival beneath the surface. That same year, engineers from the Post Office Railway, the narrow-gauge mail system snaking below London, were suddenly reassigned. Their work records vanished for nearly 6 months. When they returned, they refused to talk about what they'd built. One engineer, George Canning, would later tell a journalist, "We were digging for something bigger than letters. It wasn't the mail line, it was for people, and it went far deeper than the old tunnels." That interview was never broadcast. Canning was found dead 3 months later, his death ruled accidental. In the decades that followed, rumors spread through railway circles. Unmarked trains seen after midnight, platforms sealed off without notice, maintenance staff signing official secrecy acts for routine work. A leaked memo from 1967, later confirmed genuine, mentions secure nightly movement between Downstreet and St Pancras, code clearance required. There's no public record of any such line ever existing. Then came 2012. While excavating tunnels for Crossrail near Farringdon, workers discovered a rusted lever, fragments of 1950s signage, and a sealed metal door with a keypad and modern wiring. Someone photographed it. The image appeared briefly on the Crossrail blog, before vanishing the next day. When asked, officials said the photo was a hoax, but the following week, an internal notice warned staff, "Do not enter unmapped tunnel areas. Keep to authorized zones at all times." The name Node 17 appeared on one of those fragments. Researchers traced the term to an old Ministry of Defence routing schematic, one that showed a web of emergency lines linking London, Reading, Milton Keynes, Birmingham, and, unbelievably, Edinburgh. A subterranean corridor, purpose unknown. Some theorists believe it was a mobile command system designed to transport government leaders or nuclear materials during wartime. Others think it evolved into a covert data transit route, an underground backbone for Britain's communication network. But the most persistent stories come from the people who have claimed to have heard it. Late-night underground workers describe distant rumbles when no trains are scheduled, A faint vibration that passes, then silence. Always around the same time, 2:17 a.m. There's a darker layer to the myth. Some historians have suggested the tunnels follow paths much older than the railway itself. Remnants of Roman aqueducts, monastic catacombs, even Templar vaults. When engineers broke through a sealed wall near Green Park in 1979, they found a circular chamber lined with stone waist-deep in stagnant water. Etched into the wall, a Latin inscription. The circle below protects the crown above. The chamber was sealed that night. No public record was filed. And yet, decades later, urban explorers would post fragments of footage from sealed tunnels near Highgate, showing smooth modern walls, motion sensors, and signage reading "Restricted, Active Line." The timecode in the corner of the screen read 0217, the same time whispered by engineers half a century earlier. The footage disappeared within days, the account deleted. Every attempt to confirm the network meets the same end: denial, redaction, silence. The Ministry of Defence calls it fiction. Transport for London insists there are no active unregistered tunnels. But the pattern remains. Credible witnesses, identical descriptions, and that repeating number 0217. Some believe the line still runs, a sealed system moving cargo or personnel between undisclosed locations. Others think it was decommissioned decades ago, buried and forgotten. And a few suggest something far stranger, that what began as a Cold War contingency evolved into an experiment in subterranean living, a shadow network where the surface world no longer applies. No proof, no passengers, just speculation sealed in darkness. And yet, the next time you're standing alone on a deserted platform and feel a cool breeze with no train approaching, ask yourself, where did that air come from? Air doesn't move on its own. Something, somewhere, is displacing it. Perhaps it's the ventilation system. Or perhaps just beyond the tunnel wall, something is still moving. Unseen, unmarked, and perfectly on time. This has been The Vanishing Stations, Britain's secret underground network. A Cherrywood Conspiracy File. Produced for Simon and Rachel Burridge of Cherrywood Productions. If you've got a mystery worth digging into, or an unsolved story buried beneath history, send it our way. And remember, not everything that's been sealed underground is meant to stay there forever.
Club Awesome, for autistic children and their families, a place where everyone belongs and fun knows no age limit.
Today's sponsors are De Medici Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on demediciassociates.com.
Right at Home Medway, providers of safe and trusted quality care for adults in the comfort of their own home. Whether you need companionship, medication assistance, personal care, living care or more, we've got you covered. Visit rightathome.co.uk/medway or call them on 01634 979 000. Are you looking for a cleaning or facilities management? Clearwater Kent is your trusted local expert. From roofs and driveway cleaning to fully facilitated management, they're a fully licensed, award-winning business that you can count on. Visit clearwaterkent.co.uk or call 01634 681 885.
Need stunning video or photography for your big day or even your business? Cherrywood Production delivers award-winning results with a personal touch. From weddings to promotional content, we turn your vision into reality. Visit cherrywoodpro.com today. Your memories, our passion. Put your business in front of 30,000 new customers with the Hindsight Directory. This A5 full-colour magazine is delivered by Royal Mail to Maidstone, Gravesend, Medway and Bromley, with more areas to come. Visit hindsightdirectory.co.uk.
New Digital, helping businesses build their online presence with web design, SEO, Google Ads and social media. Get 10% off when you quote Cherrywood today. Visit their website at nudigitalera.co.uk.